Just beautiful. That is the world-renowned soprano Renèe Fleming, known, of course, for that majestic voice. She is a 5-time Grammy Award winner, a Kennedy Center honoree, and a Goodwill Ambassador for Arts and Health. Well, Ellen and I recently sat down with Renèe to talk about her new book, Music and Mind, Harnessing the Arts for Health and Wellness, which showcases the powerful ways that music and arts can heal. Renèe, we're so excited to have you here.
Thank you. I'm thrilled to be here.
You've been entertaining us for years with your amazing voice and your music. And I think we all know how music gives us the feels, right? You go through a hard time, a happy time. But now you're presenting some science to us. It actually does heal us. What kind of prompted you to edit this book?
So I've been fascinated by this intersection of arts and health in general for about 7 years. I met Dr. Francis Collins at a dinner party and said, hey, I'm an advisor to the Kennedy Center. Can we work together to provide a platform for the science to the audience? Because I think they'd be as fascinated by this as I am. And so this is kind of an extension of that. I wanted to find another way to share all this information with the public.
I watched you do your MRI back in 2017 with the Kennedy Center, right?
Yes.
I watched the video of it.
Yes.
And it just lit up all parts of your brain. You weren't singing, but you were thinking about singing?
It was all three. It was speaking, singing, and imagining singing. And what surprised the scientists at the time was that imagining singing was more powerful than the other two. Wow. And in other words, it impacted more parts of my brain than the other two.
Than the actual act of doing it.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, wow.
But they thought that because I'm a singer, it's second nature to me that, maybe that was why, because I had to focus a little and concentrate a little bit more to imagine it.
Yeah.
In an fMRI for 2 hours.
Oh, I don't know how you did that, first off.
Well,
you have to think of something, right?
But you know what I tell people, if you've ever flown economy, it's pretty much the same. It's about the same amount of space.
There's a lot going on in your head to kind of keep yourself calm. When you were getting these essays and talking with researchers, what surprised you the most of what music could heal?
Oh, it's remarkable. I mean, there's a researcher, for instance, who's found that singing twice a week can improve vascular health. In other words, people with some kind of version of cardiac failure can just sing a couple times a week and they will feel better. They're sedentary. They're not going to be doing aerobic exercise probably at this point. So it's exercise. And then another real surprise for me was that women with postpartum depression, especially if it's severe, benefit from singing in a choir. And it really improves their symptoms. So there are just several surprising things like that.
Does it have to be classical music? Can it be any genre? What are we seeing has the most benefits?
Whatever you like. I have a friend who had a brain bleed, and the only thing that took her pain away was Jimi Hendrix as loud as she could play it.
Wow.
So as loud as the headphones would go, and the minute the volume came down or it turned off, she had the excruciating pain again. So it's whatever works for you.
Right. Where are we in terms of implementing musical therapy in with healthcare and insurance? Have we moved forward in that aspect?
So it's coming along quickly. What's happened is that 12 states have now board certified music therapists, and we want all creative arts therapists to be certified. So that's visual art and dance for Parkinson's as well. So this is all kind of happening, but what we need is, because it's state by state, is for every state to certify their creative arts therapists. And then we can really have this conversation about embedding this in healthcare for everybody, making it really universal. It's very low cost, it's non-invasive, and it's non-pharmaceutical, and it works. The science is now supporting that it works.
To have that science behind it. It's not just people saying this makes you feel good.
You have to. In our system, there has to be rigorous research behind it.
It's also fascinating. Now, Music in Mind is available now. It's actually a collection of essays on different topics, different groups, so you can flip to the one you need, whether it's kids or Alzheimer's or Parkinson's. Also, Renèe says that she will be heading out on tour for her 2023 Grammy-winning album, The Voice of Nature, The Anthropocene. So go to RenèeFleming.com for all the info. Thank you, Renèe.